Yeah, how's it going? Hey, everybody, what's going on? What's hot? What's hip? What's happening? What's shaking on your Thursday night? Yet another just absolutely huge show for you here. And of course, the room is packed full of people, just packed as usual. Another barn burner here. Terry Nee is here, and of course, SG Fanboy is here. And we just, it's really kind of tough to keep the doors on the place. I tell you, because all of my best efforts are just paying off so hard on this program. Let me tell you, you can go to thetomgullyshow.com, to the store. There's stuff there. You can completely ignore it. There's, let's see, paypal.me/Tom Gully Show. Yeah, to contribute because we're not monetized. Incidentally, I'm looking at our numbers for monetization. Now, I have about 2,300 hours on the way to 3,000, but not all of them are public. And the reason not all of them are public is because so many trolls attack my show that there's about, I'd say, 1,400 hours that I can't put back up. Because, see, I have a career and a real job. So I can't have racial epithets or things of that nature. And so monetization, well, that's a far off dream. It's never going to happen. And then there is Patreon, patreon.com/The Tom Gully Show. And of course, I think two of my family members, a guy I know that has a blues band, and Reverend Wild Bill. That's about it. That's about it so far. So anyway, enjoy the show because God knows I can't do enough for other people. Let's see here. There's Reverend Wild Bill. He's a member of the Patreon. Thank you, Wild Bill, for being a member of the Patreon and getting a look at all that awesome exclusive content that resides there. Ronald J. Bateman, he's actually been to the condo and had Bushmills. Hello, guys. Hello, Stone Green Host. Yes, I am a Stone Green Host. The folks at Not Even a Show have decreed me that. You know what that means in the real world? Not a thing. Karen Garvey is here. She has been a fabulous supporter of the show, and I do appreciate it. So now, let me tell you, let me tell you about the Crocodile Hunter's last dive. Okay, now, there he is on screen. Everybody loved Steve Irwin. Crikey! The Crocodile Hunter. His jovial personality, his innocent amazement at the animal kingdom, and of course, his infectious Aussie accent captivated us all. And by us all, I mean everybody but me. It's not that I had anything against the Crocodile Hunter, but I really don't like watching people pester animals the way he did. And after a while, the amazement thing wore off for me. The crikey! Look, pal, it's clear to me you've seen a koala bear before, so can you drop the shocked look on your face routine? Anyway, most people really liked the Crocodile Hunter as he interacted with all of Australia's natural habitat and performed the super vital function of messing with every single animal he encountered. Let's poke him a bit. Let's stir him. Let's do this. Let's give him a Dutch rub. You know, sorry. He did like to mess with the animals. There's an animal right there he's messing with. He can't just give the guy something to eat. Just give him something. Gotta mess with him. Just had to keep messing with him. So with all that as a backdrop, it was on September the 4th, back there in 2006, that one of the animals messed with him back. He was producing a documentary, which was, in retrospect, very poorly, but very accurately named, called Ocean's Deadliest. Yeah. However, the weather turned bad, which led to a break in filming. However, Steve Irwin, Crocodile Hunter, wasn't one to sit idle for long. After all, there were animals out there to pester, So he made the decision to throw on his snorkel, head for some shallow water, and try to provide some content for his daughter's show, Bindi the Jungle Girl. Got to get the little tyke into the family business, eh? Bindi the Jungle Girl. So in water that wasn't very high, only waist to chest deep, Irwin, Steve Irwin swam up on a short-tailed stingray. By the way, this is not the actual stingray. It's a dramatization. He swam toward it from behind. So here's the sting. Anyway, the stingray's like this, and he's coming from behind and above. Well, that was so that he could catch the stingray with his camera swimming away from him. When the other cameras that were down there could get it swimming away from him. And that's what it did. But only after sending its barb into Irwin's heart, because stingrays don't like being approached from above and behind. In fact, they hate it. But why not mess about with it? Let's get this, let's nudge him a bit, come on. Now at first, crikey, Steve thought his lung had only been punctured, but his heart had been pierced, went through the thoracic wall of his chest and into his heart, and he bled out. The production crew on the boat tried their best, giving him CPR and speeding off to a nearby hospital, just in time to have him pronounced dead as dollars, as they say in Australia. Now, many have wondered over the years what happened to the footage. Obviously, since an entire tragedy was part of a TV show, where's the footage? There were 3 cameras, I think, down there. Now, the Crocodile Hunter's widow, Terry, has stated that the footage has been destroyed. However, the cameraman on that day says the footage does still exist, although he is not in favor of its release. Ta-da! Hold on. There's more to the story, but let me get to the chat room. Let's see here. Terry Nee says that was probably the last look on his face. Crikey! I've got a stingray, Bob, in me heart. His last word was oops. He was underwater with a snorkel, so I don't know that he had any last words. Terry Nee says, or Crikey, huh? And let's see what else we got here. Heart on the Barbie. Let's put another heart on the Barbie. Let's not have that evil, terrible. Oh, incidentally, I should show you here. Hold on a second. Behind me is the Crocodile. That's like, I guess, a coliseum for crocodiles. And you can actually see here, if I move out of the way. Yeah. That's the Crocodile. There should be a link in the description of this show. There should be a link there. I'll check it afterwards. SG Fanboy is saying, what's your PayPal? I don't see a link in the description. Well, there it is. I thought it was in the description. I think I put it in the description. I don't know what the hell I did. Terry Nee says, too soon? Too soon? Well, see, 2006 minutes. You're fine. Can't fix stupid. No, you can't. Pause up Patriots here. Hello, Pause. Hello, Pause. Now, back to our story. The whole world went bonkers after Steve Irwin died. Obviously, politicians and celebrities and... oh, wait, here we go. Here's my whole world went bonkers visual. I have more bonkers world visuals here. TV networks, particularly the Animal Planet. Do you guys hear that? I swear to God. Bestowed tributes on him. A lot of people. If I listed the Hollywoods, it was like Russell Crowe, Hugh Jackman. I mean, the biggest stars of Hollywood, obviously all from Australia, bestowed tributes on him. None of them mentioned getting what was inevitably coming to him for messing with all the animals, but they probably should have during the tributes. Much of the tributes centered around Irwin's beloved Australia Zoo, which you see behind me there. I'll tell you in a second what it's called. The Crocodile. These are some workers from the Australia Zoo in terrible anguish and that kind of thing. His memorial service was reportedly viewed by over 300 million people around the world, and 0 stingrays. Not one stingray tuned in to the memorial, which I thought was, I don't know. It could have had at least one. A staggering list of celebrities, as I mentioned, were there. And most bizarrely, I think this is super bizarre. Please let me know what you think. The staff, and here you see the staff crying there, as they might, spelled out his catchphrase, "Crikey," in yellow flowers on his truck as it left the Crocodile. Yes, that's what they call the crocodile exhibition, and they call it the Crocodile. Never more to return. So the truck has "Crikey" in yellow flowers as it drives out of the Crocodile for the last time. Maybe in Australia that's a touching tribute. I don't know. I think it's creepy. That's just me. Conclusion: don't keep messing with nature and animals. They don't like it. They do not like it. They hate it. Don't do it. Ticks them off. Anyway, that's all we got here. Now I'm freaking wondering about, I don't know sometimes. Can't fix stupid. Reverend Wild Bill. Things you do for ratings. I don't know what that means. No stingrays showed up. That's just tacky. Yeah, you thought at least one of them. Now I got to look and see if this damn thing was in my description, because somebody told me it wasn't during the show, which is something I just love to death, let me tell you. Oh, Joey C's live right now. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. Love you. Mean it. Let me see here. Let me tell you about oh, there's me on camera. What an ugly. Now, thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. Love you. Mean it. Got it. Can we please pause that? Thank you. Get rid of that. And well, where's the damn? Oh, here we go. More. Yeah. Actually, my PayPal link is in the description on YouTube. One of these days, Alice. One of these days. You're forgiven. What do I care? Nobody else does. Okay, well, so there we go. Reverend Wild Bill says PayPal and Patreon is posted at the bottom of the screen. It is. It's a lot of places. But nobody, it just, don't even. I had a goal set for this month. We're not even going to come close. And, yeah. Along with the phone number to call in. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff there. So anyway, that's the story of Steve Irwin, the crocodile hunter, who was huge. That guy was huge. TV commercials and Animal Planet nonstop. He was on Leno, Letterman, you name it, constantly. And he messed with, I could have probably either found or put together a 20-minute clip of him messing with animals and them getting mad and trying to bite him or claw him or jump out of his hands or whatever they were going to do because he just messed around with animals. It was almost like you were wondering, are you dumb or something? Hey, he's a little badger. Let's poke him in the eye. I mean, he would just mess with them. Let's see here. SG Family says, I'm not trying to mess with you. I just don't see it on my phone. Sorry. SG, I would never, ever accuse you of trying to mess with me. Ever. I don't think you're that kind of person. Reverend Wild Bill says, I think I might have watched his show one time. Well, if you watch the Animal Planet, it was non-stop on the Animal Planet. And now his daughter, Bindi, she did have that show, Bindi the Jungle Girl, but she's had, I think the show now that has all the Irwins. It has the widow, Terry. It has Bindi, who's the oldest of his children. And I think there's a younger son. And I think their show is on now in Australia. It's been on since 2018, and it's called Look Out, It's the Irwins. Now, it may be on Animal Planet. I don't watch a lot of Animal Planet. But, yeah, she's been in the public eye ever since. Ever since. Reverend Wild Bill says, just doesn't compare to Mutual of Omaha show. No, as we covered the other day. Oh, what do we got coming up on the show? Well, we can, you know what? I put my pen in the wrong place. Wait, I got plenty of pens here. Because I have my lovely mom gave it to me back in the day. Soccer pen and pen. You know, look at that guy there. Let's bring it over here. Look at that guy here. Look at that. Would you look at that? Would you look maybe closer? Maybe help? No, back here probably help. Yeah, would you look at that? That's a pen and pen, whatever. I think I'll use my distinctive orange. I don't think I'm ever going to be able to get it close enough for you to see it. Let me see. Can I get it a little closer? Wait, other side. Yeah. That's your North Texas Sports Network. I don't think you can. Maybe you can read it. Anyway. So, we got the Steve Irwin out of here. All right, so I've got the Pacers telethon that saved the Pacers. I've got the late shopping special, which is actually a show where I'm going to play back some audio. And you guys can comment on it, and we'll stop and whatever else. There is, I found a bunch of floods of, food that killed a lot of people. Believe it or not, there is a beer flood that killed a lot of people. We covered molasses last night. There's a chocolate flood, okay? And then there's a whiskey flood. And I looked into it, and we're not doing the history of the Dickie. That's off the list. So anyway, those are our choices thus far. I may research some more stories. There's plenty of awful stuff there. I might have watched the show. Did they find the Stingray that murdered him? The Stingray swam off. Yeah. It was kind of a hit and run crime. I heard eating apple seeds are good for you to eat. Did you now? Don't they have arsenic in them or something? Don't they? Tomatoes have some bad stuff in them too, if you overdo it. The skin of a tomato, not the greatest thing in the world for you. So that's about what we got there. I see where Joey C is now going to be a villain. And he said there's only a couple people that he's going to like or trust. Oh, that's fine. That's just great. You don't think there was any foul play involved? Maybe despite what he did to the animals, maybe there was some money from the Australian mob. I don't know. All I know is if you mess around with animals long enough, and you do lots of stuff that they don't like. And I saw, it wasn't footage, but it was a photo. It was real grainy and stuff of what somebody purported was that image. But if you're so close that the barb can go into your heart, you're too close. Apple seeds will kill you. They will kill you. I had to stop eating delicious tomatoes. They affected my joints. Hey, if you wonder why old Tom's a little cranky these days, just about a week ago, I got out of this chair after doing the show, and I had a pain in my hip all the way down to my ankle. Not really my hip, just sort of underneath the old tush there, all the way down to my ankle. Now, who in the chat room would like to tell me what that is? Dum, 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 dum. It wasn't foul play, more of a marine play. Yeah, it sucked. So anybody? Any takers on what that might be? That pain that radiates all the way down your leg? Nerve pain from setting wrong. I'm going to say, no, that's not specific enough. Psychoadic nerve. I think Terry Nee is getting close to it. Paused up Patriot. Ding, 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 ding. We have a winner. Yes, sciatica. 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 And the greatest thing about sciatica is this. There's very little treatment for it. Like right now, I'm not in a tremendous amount of pain. I'm actually relatively comfortable. But if I try to walk, and there's no rhyme or reason to it. Like I can walk normally, and then stand, and it's murder. And the best part about it is when you try to sleep, there is absolutely no position, at least for me, to get comfortable in. And it just has to go away. There's stretches you can do, and I'm doing them, but those stretches are quite painful. And so it comes and it goes, but it's always there. Like right now, I'm sitting in this chair, and I don't feel a thing. Nope. If I was to lean over no, I'm still pretty good. Anyway, long story short of it is, that'll make you cranky. And I had to do some walking today. I was up at the big radio company building today and had to walk around and talk to some people, and it was painful. Yes. Don't know what's causing it. It's just caused by pressure on your sciatic nerve, and who knows what might have caused it, might not have caused it, might be age, could be the weather, could be, I don't know. It just hurts really bad. And you can take ibuprofen and you can do some, but it does make old Tom a little bit cranky. Just a little bit cranky. Let's see here. Crikey, he buggered me hard. Crikey. Crikey, there's a bomb in me heart. Rev Mobiles, I have a special cushion for my chair for the sciatica problem. Well, I don't have a problem here sitting. No problem there. It's just when I go to sleep at night, there is no... I should just sleep in the chair, to be honest with you. Terry Nee says, sounds like my wife. Pain comes and goes, pressure. Yes. SG says, hope you get well soon, Tom. Well, I've looked into it online, and I've spoken to some medical professionals. And apparently it just takes a while to go away. When they say a while, that means 4 weeks. They say there's things you can do like putting hot and cold packs on it and this and that and this and that. I don't have a hot pack here. I don't have a cold pack here. You know what? It's painful enough. I don't want to go out and get one. Anyway, it puts no pressure on the tailbone. Okay. Please don't turn into a pot-smoking hippie for us, the pain management. I wouldn't do that. Karen Garvey says, Tom, did you have a herniated disc at some point? My husband has the same thing. Let's just say I understand the crankiness. I don't, to my knowledge, know that I've ever had a herniated disc. Now, I did, and I've only been reminded this by the sciatica. I did about 29 years ago. I played in a soccer match, and it was goalkeeping, and I landed on my hip or my side, and I remember on the way home, my hip and side hurt really tremendously badly, but it's been 30 years, nothing's happened. I think what I did was I had to be at a meeting, not last week, but when this all started, but early the week before, and I was sitting on one of those hard sort of stackable chairs for about 8 hours. And I think that's probably what did it. But no problem setting, but it helps when you stand up and walk. I've done some walking. It's weird. The walking is weird. I'll start off. It'll be okay. It'll hurt a little bit, but bearable. And then it'll get super bad to where I'm groaning and I'm wanting to curl up in a ball like a little baby child and cry. And then if I kind of power through that, it'll be fine again for a good period of time. And then it gets, so there's no rhyme or reason. It's not like I can put weight on my other leg and it's fine. It's not, it's like if I put some weight on it, it feels okay. And then too much or too little, it just sucks. It's just sucked. SG Fanboy says, get a heating pad. I might do that. I might not. I don't know. Julian Caesar says, crikey, that tail was spiky. Reverend Wild Bill says, Tom, it's called getting older. I don't think so. I really think it was being at this place where these idiots made us sit in these hard-ass chairs for more than 8 hours. And I think that's what did it myself. But who knows? Who cares? It hurts. Reverend Wild Bill says, do you get the shooting pains with it yet? Yeah, if I'm in the wrong spot, all the way down through your shin into your ankle. It's awful. It's awful. I don't like it. Not one bit. Not one bit. So, yeah, enough talk about my sciatica. It's really weird, too, because what day was it? Was it Tuesday? It might have been Tuesday. I went walking, and it was better yesterday. And then I did some walking yesterday, and today it's been awful. Just awful all day long. And also we're getting rain. And maybe part of it has to do with the change of seasons. That cold rain time is when I normally get like bursitis and all that other stuff. Let me see what tomorrow's forecast holds in store for us. Yeah, rain. That cold rain weather. Oh, now tomorrow, 69 degrees, then 67, 68 and thunderstorms. Yow. 54, 57. Sunday, of course, the day that it's 68 and thunderstorms. I have to be on the real radio on that day. So yes. Being sunny for long periods of time will cause it. At least that's my doctor told me. Told me to stretch every 2 hours to keep it from hurting. Well, I'm doing the stretches. Those stretches hurt. I don't like talking about the Dabbleverse anymore. The Dabbleverse gives me tired head. I'm sick of all the drama. I'm sick of all the soap opera of it all. Apparently Stuttering John's leaving. Who cares if he leaves or stays? On the one hand, I can see why he would leave. 6 hours a day of making fun of that guy 6 days a week. I might leave too. But on the other hand, who cares? He's leaving. Joey's going to be a villain now, something of that nature. I started watching earlier today. It just gives me tired head. I'm to the point where it's like, God, and all the attached trolls and everything else. It's like, I don't know. People do what they want. People watch what they want. People enjoy what you want. I'm in favor of that. I think you should. Also, I think if you're one of these sixth grade level trolls, you should walk into an airplane propeller. You're of no use to anyone in the world. And there's no reason for you to be online. You should probably be banned from being online if all you're going to do is run around and cause misery. I mean, even a sixth grader in your neighborhood that was soaping windows or throwing toilet paper would eventually be caught and punished. Well, these people won't be. Okay, great. You found a way to be even more juvenile, accomplish even less, contribute even less. And the only kind of solace I can take is that you can be condemned to spend the rest of your life imprisoned in your own worthless head. That being said, I just can't. I personally can't keep investing the time and effort into nothing. Can't do it. Julian Caesar says, Apple Watch nags me every hour to go get up and stand for a while. Well, I would divorce it. Kahuna says, oh, hey, guys. Reverend Wild Bill says, tomorrow we have a Canadian low, not to be confused with the Mexican high. There you go. Uncle Jack's here. His show debuted just yesterday. Karen Garvey says, what real radio are you going to be on, Tom? Well, I work for a big radio company. I probably shouldn't say. That's the other thing about this Dabbleverse and this internet. I don't really want to say because I don't want the radio station to get calls from trolls. I don't feel like those people have to be bothered. I don't like it when I'm doing a little show like this one and people call my mother and tell her, I have been injured in a car accident, and they're the local police. I don't like that kind of thing. It doesn't make me happy. And therefore, and this is the best part, I can't mention anybody I know, anywhere I go, anything I actually do. Certainly none of my family members, certainly none of my employers, certainly none of my past experiences with specificity. I mean, that's great. That is really great. We should all hope for an internet like that, right? I mean, isn't that why the internet was created? So a bunch of mouth-breathing, troglodyte, wall-crawling, mediocrity maintenance losers could have a giggle or two? You know, that kind of stuff. We sit here, I mentioned Jaime Escalante teaching kids to pass the AP calculus test in a previous episode of this program. Why do we want people like that? If he was around today, there'd be people trolling him online. You suck at math. Those kids are idiots. That's what we've created. Everybody pay attention to me. I got somebody upset online. I made their life so miserable offline. I have their address. I'm going to send things to their house. Losers. Bunch of losers. An airplane propeller won't work if you're really short. I'll take that chance with these people. Karen Garvey says, that's horrible. It is. And you know what else, Pod? You said, who called your mom and said that? That's over the line. It is. And you could find out if you could get a police department interested, but most police departments have better things to do. And if you could, make it criminal, that's great, because then it's on their record. But if you have to make it civil, you're not going to do it, because they don't have any money. So if you get a civil judgment against them, Burger King don't pay enough. So, yeah. let's see here. Treat him like Old Yeller. You know. Well, that's just it, is you'll never see him in real life. And these people saw me in real life, they'd run the other way. Especially down here in Texas. Damn, Tom, that's messed up. It is. Oh, that's the tip of the iceberg. That's the tip of the iceberg. There's been a way more stuff done to me than that. My employers have received emails and faxes and notes in the mail accusing me of the worst abominations of mankind. That's awful nice to walk into, even though my employers are like, look, we just want to let you know that we got this. We don't believe a word of it, but we thought we should tell you that somebody's doing this. And even though, you know, it's a little bit heartening that your employer would say, we don't believe any of this and it's a joke and we looked into it, you still have to have that uncomfortable, embarrassing interaction. And that's the world we live in, folks. You know why? Because all of you folks, how many of you want to band together and go to your local congressman, senator, or state representative and tell them, hey, Google, Facebook, all the platforms, Section 230, which protects them from any content except music, copyrighted music, they can be sued for that. That's why if I play 3 seconds of the Gilligan's Island theme song, I'll get a copyright strike. Yet somebody can say that I killed Abraham Lincoln and that's cool. That's okay, because they can't be sued for that. The second we start making these platforms responsible for the content, you will see the internet clean up very, very, very quickly. Until we do, if you have a show that's online, anybody can do anything they want to you, with you, toward you, however they want to. So get used to it. And when you're doing that, and nobody's watching your show, and you're not making a tinker's dam on the thing, you begin to wonder, is it really worth it? But whatever, I have fun. Reverend Wild Bill says, your brother has received calls. Yes, I have. Positive Patriot says, yeah, brother, yeah. And I've gotten to know some people from a group that was harassing me like crazy. Individually, and even to an extent in a group, they're fine people. There's nothing wrong with them. They just kind of get their jollies punching down on people, you know? So, social networks gives hundreds of millions to politicians. Well, they better. But the problem that they're having, you did Lincoln in, I didn't know you were that old. The problem that they're having, though, is that they're starting to favor. Kenny says there is something wrong with them. Yeah, well, Kenny, I'm not convinced you're not one of them, to be honest with you. The problem is they have been kicking one particular party off the internet like crazy. And so that party's not happy with them. And the other party doesn't like it that, let's put it this way, neither party is happy with Section 230. Look up Section 230 sometime. Look up Section 230, see what it says. Take it back, Gully. Take what back? You came in here throwing trash one day. You don't recall that? I had to put you in a timeout. You don't remember that? I do. I remember a lot of things that happened on this program, Chief. Yes, I do. But as far as the Dabbleverse, hey, I think Shuley and those guys are just extremely talented. It's not them. It's the same thing every day, the same topic every day. I said it yesterday. You know, the first 2 months at the bus stop making fun of the kid who thought Babylon 5 was real, it was fun. After a certain point, got old. And I think some of the shows are a little catty. And I don't want to get into the particulars because it just stirs things up. But it's just kind of begun to be not for me anymore. You know, maybe if all of it changes and whatnot, but the whole radio, podcast, streaming show, slap fight war, starting to get, for me, I'm not saying it should be for everybody. I mean, those chat rooms are fun. The people in them are funny. But for me personally, it's jokes worn kind of thin, as one of my college professors used to say. What was it? I forget the kind of gas. Was it carbon sulfate? I can't remember. Let's just say it was carbon sulfate. It was a chemistry teacher. And he'd go, today, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to make carbon sulfide gas. We're going to combine the ingredients of these two elements and make a gas. It smells like a fart. Yeah, I know. Been teaching this class 25 years. The joke's worn kind of thin. Anyway, let's see here. Kenny says, I'd like you to see you do a Phil Hendry style multiple personality schizophrenia broadcast. Kenny, you clearly weren't around. I know Reverend Wild Bill was. Reverend Wild Bill was here when I did the entire broadcast as my evil twin Percival. Yes, in character, the entire show. In fact, I think Percival was on twice, not just once. Kenny said, see, you're a natural impressions guy. Julian Caesar says, when you observe something, you change it. Stut John was fun to observe, but too much attention began to force him to react. Well, I've said it before. When John has guests, I like him. When he goes on and he is railing against the injustices against him, some real, some imagined, some in between, that's not a show I want to watch too much. Beef Durkee says, hi, Tom. Hi, Beef. Reverend Wild Bill says, yes, my evil twin, Percival, yes. Julian Caesar said, why can't evil twins have common, mundane names? I've got one better than that for you, Julian. Why can't evil twins not have a beard and goatee to denote their evil twinness? Because that's what makes them, you know. Boat Boy says, I hope you come back to Discord and do your... I don't know what you're talking about there. Gay cop. I don't know what you're talking about. I can tell you this. I will not be back to Discord for two reasons. Number one, Discord jacks up my computer. Now, there are some Discord servers that I do have to check once in a while, but I don't go in any voice chats. I was just on one of them before the beginning of the show, and it lowered my system input volume by like 30%. Just going on to the Discord. I didn't give it permission to do that. There's no settings that would allow it to do that, but it did that anyway. The second reason is I'm just tired of being made the butt of jokes. I don't like it, you know, so why be around it? Let's see here. Well, if that's what you want, man, I told a bunch of people I was going to unban everybody, and I did. But that doesn't mean I can not just reban them. Percival was on a few times back in the day. I think twice. Yeah. The bad part is I made Percival with some supplies that were sent to me by Reverend Wild Bill. And I don't think I have those anymore. So I'm going to have to find some spirit gum and another in order to do that. Dr. Scotty Jones says, shake hands with Beef. Well, Beef is no longer here, so I cannot shake his hand. He was given a, it's no longer. Oh boy, where is Specky? Specky is here somewhere. Specky the Speculum? Yeah, Specky's here somewhere, but I don't know where. I do not know where Specky went off to. He's in a box somewhere with the googly eyes and the things of that nature. Boat Boy says, okay, well, I enjoyed having you there. Sorry that you, whoops, sorry, put this on screen. Sorry that you didn't find it fun. Well, you know, you interact with some people, you think you're having a nice time, people begin to make fun of you because someone asked you to tell a bunch of stories, probably just a goof. You do that, and then you get goofed on. And then you further get goofed on for things like the fact that Discord sucks. And somebody who professes right out loud to know nothing about Macs starts to try to tell you what's wrong with it. Yeah, it's just too much lack of brightness and too much being the butt of someone else's joke. That's all. And more power to those people. You know, a lot of them are good people. A lot of them are a lot of fun. Just not for me. Just not for me. I don't even know what that is. Let's see here. Yeah, that's not all you said. I don't know what's going on with some of these posts, but whatever. I guess I could just... No, that's not... Anyway, so whatever. That's what's going on there. Let's see here. I know everything you know about Max, Tom. You know how much that is. Yeah. Yes. So, you know. But even if I wanted to go back there, I can't. It jacks with my computer. I do a show every day. And when people say things like, you're old and can't control your microphone, I want to say to them, that's not what you're... Well, never mind. I don't want to say that on my own show here. They're just wrong. That's all. That's all. That's all. It seems to be working fine now, doesn't it? Let's see here. We're getting close. We're getting very close to the end of the program here. And we do appreciate you all showing up. Reverend Wild Bill, of course. I'm so tempted to... Dr. Scotty Jones, JC, Boat Boy. By the way, if you guys didn't change your names every 3 seconds, I might actually know who's who here. Let's see here. Julian Zeezer, Kenny, Uncle Jack, of course, whose show debuted just last night. I did watch the show. I wasn't in the chat room, but I did watch it. Terry Nee, of course, SG Fanboy, Paz, Karen Garvey, my biggest fan. Thank you, Karen, for being here. Let's see, Bill, who else? I might as well thank each and every one of you because the number of people who watch this show is so small that I am able to do that. So, so there. I think everyone's been thanked. Dr. Scotty Jones, let's see here. Mike sounds good now. Why don't you just turn the joke around on these fans? Without exception, they're unemployed, lowly folk. A good number of them literally dwell in basements. I don't know if that's true. I've spent some time around them, and I don't think that's entirely true. Dr. Scotty Jones says he's been him since day one. There you go. Sorry you're dealing with all that, Tom. Well, whatever. Let's see. They follow I don't know about that either, Kenny. I don't know. Well, some of them follow somebody that's known to me, but whatever. Just the way of the world. Normal people aren't familiar with Discord. It's a good platform if they would just get all the bugs ironed out of it. I mean, they've got to update it 5 times a day. It's, Let me see here. I wonder if Joey's still live. He's going to just do that one thing there and be done with it. But there people, I don't know why I respect sort of when other people have their shows on. I guess since I'm not going to be doing anything with the Dabbleverse, there's really no need for me to at this juncture. But what in the name of poo is that? I don't know if he's still on yet. Let me see here. It's not there. No, I guess he's not on anymore. Okay. All right. But yeah, all these histrionics. And, it's just not Joey C's, but everybody else's. And I just found out something about... he's an easy target. He's done a whole arc about Tom Gully. Oh, I know who you're talking about. Yeah. Well, yeah. That he could make a few dollars. Kenny, I'm not getting into that. Hefty Festivus. Yeah, Festivus. For the rest of us, yes. They're all fine people. They're just doing their thing. It's just not for me. It's all. And I don't want to waste my time around those kind of people. If you hang around them and you chat with them and you think everything's cool and then you just get cheap shotted constantly, I don't need that. So you brought it up, Tom. I didn't bring that guy up. And I wasn't talking specifically about the people that follow that guy. Kenny, goodbye. That's what I told you. Kenny, you forgot whose show it was. Bye-bye. No timeout this time. Bye-bye. What shirt do you have? It's a Lucky Bee. It's a Dirty Bee shirt. Dirty Bee. Yeah, there we go. Dirty Bee. Yeah, that felt good. It felt good. Life's too short. I'm tired of, you want to come in, have a nice time. You can even make fun of me a little. Borderline a lot. But when you just start being you gotta go. You gotta go. I researched Steve Irwin's death for you. And you show me no respect? What? Come on. Anyway. I don't know what that means. Mopar logos is Super B. It's Dirty B. Okay. Uncle Phil's coming on. I'll go ahead and respect that. I know a lot of you probably want to go over there and see what's going on. Maybe I'll go in there for a second, but I guess the only thing left to say is, till next time, we'll see you next time.
out of my pants.